everyone. My name is Jark, and today I'm going to be talking about Blade and Soul and giving my review on it. It has been out for roughly over a year now, and my history with Blade and Soul has been on and off for that past year. So, that's just a little background. Let's start off with the pros. One of the main reasons I still enjoy Blade and Soul to this day is the combat. The action combat is really engaging, and it's just outright fun. It's easily one of my favorite in the whole MMORPG genre. I mean, another strong point of Blade and Soul is the graphics. Aesthetically, the graphics look beautiful. This is more of opinion because I know some people dislike it because it has like an anime style type look, and I know some people hate anime. But personally, I think it looks really beautiful. The PvP in Blade and Soul, in my opinion, is the strongest point of the game. The PvP is very skill based, it's fun, it's fast paced. The other great part about it is that the gear is equalized, so in just 1v1s and 3v3s, but it just means that basically everyone has the same stats regardless of their gear, so everyone is at an equal playing field. Of course, if someone is at level 50 and you're at level 30, they'll have more training points, but overall it still is pretty fair, and I think that's very enjoyable. It makes it more skill based and obviously gear based. Another thing is the PvE. Many people complain about the PvE side of Blade and Soul and just write it off merely as a PvP arena game. I see a lot of people talk about saying it should just been an arena game. But personally, I think it is actually somewhat enjoyable, especially at this stage, because they've added a lot of content. So one of my favorite things is that they added was a lot of 24-man raids. There's a lot now. It's very enjoyable because a lot of the stuff that you have to do, you have to group with people, and that's what I love about MMORPGs, is grouping. Another thing is there's a lot of challenging endgame dungeons, and I really enjoy that because it's a challenge, obviously. The next point is we're going to start off with the cons. Unfortunately, Blade and Soul, like every MMORPG, has some cons which hinder the game. Starting off is the questing system. The questing is very boring, it's bland, and even the great combat cannot save it from getting pretty repetitive and boring. It honestly just gets really boring after a while questing, especially if it's your second character or third or fourth like me. Another thing that people complain about the game is that it's pay to win. Personally, I don't think it's pay to win because, for example, if an item in the cash shop, let's say, gave 500 AP and a ton of other good stats, and it was only buyable from cash, you couldn't earn it any other way, then that to me is pay to win, because obviously you have to pay to get the best item. But in this game, it's more like pay to advance, so you can spend in real life money to buy gold, or you can use it when the treasure trove comes out. You can use it to repeatedly open them and probably get some really rare items. So there is some pay to advance, but personally I don't really think there's any pay to win, because everything you can do with spending money you can do in the game just playing free. So that's really that. The only problem I have with that is that if you don't pay any money, you're going to end up having to grind about 8 hours every single day, 6 to 8 hours every single day, just to have good AP and get good gear. Otherwise, you're probably going to have to, swipe the credit card a couple thousand times and become a whale. That's okay too if you feel that way. I've done it a few times. I bought gold, not going to lie. But that's just because I work, and I don't have the time to spend 8 hours a day on the game. All in all, I feel like the game definitely is worth playing. It's free. You can play all the content for free. Even if you hate the questing and you can't stand it, you'll still get a few hours of enjoyment from the combat, because all the classes are really fun. The only thing I would say that would be a problem is if you plan to play it fully as an endgame game, then you're gonna have to really grind for hours and hours and hours every single day. Do your dailies, do your daily challenge, all that stuff that gets a little repetitive after a while. You're gonna have to do that every day to get really good AP and all the other gear that you need. So if you just want to play it for fun and you just enjoy it, you'll have a good time with it for a few hours. It's free. If you really want to play it long term, I just warn you that you're either going to have to swipe your card a little bit and buy some in-game gold and do all that fun stuff, or you're going to have to grind a lot. So just know that if you plan to play it for the end game, it's going to be a lot of work. And that goes for my review on Blade and Soul. I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of my first video, so probably not going to be very good, but I would love to see some constructive criticism in the comments so I can improve. And I appreciate any supports and likes and subscriptions and everything like that. Thank you.